Patty again with Midgley Huber, MHI Service. We're going to talk about your rooftop units. You have couple of York rooftop units on the roof. The biggest item things that are going to need to be checked on them, of course, is your belts and your filters. Number one and number two. Number three is probably going to be your condensing coils. You guys don't have a lot of places around here for me to go dirty. You have the highway right next to you.
There has been a fire alarm reported in the building.
If you keep them clean enough, you can wash them out with water. You don't have to go to a chemical to keep them clean. The fourth thing that I always recommend everybody is once a year, I feel every rooftop needs to be opened up. Every contactor and every electrical screw in them needs to be tightened. Dan Lee with Midgley Huber here to talk about the York rooftop units here. In the York rooftop units, we have, of course, our filter section here. It is removable with a removable plate here. You take both these out, it is removable to take it to a 2-inch filter instead of a 1-inch filter. Lasts you a bit longer. It does look like the blower is a direct drive. We also have our high limit in our blower section here. It looks like here we have a something for air, an air differential. I'm guessing it looks like they have across the filter. I see 2 tubes here. So hopefully on your control system somewhere. Inside of here we have your economizer section. You can see back in here, I think they got a wrong filters in the wrong place.
Yeah, they were the second filter. The one came with the original, the other one came with the economizer.
Oh really? So
they can use either one. I left them both in there.
So here's your economizer section. And basically your return section looks like it comes into the bottom door of the economizer. And then your top, your inlet air here. So according to Ryan, right?
Yeah.
According to Ryan, we have a double filter here. So we have a filter coming in right where it comes, the return's coming in. And we have a secondary filter basically. He said he just left them in for your guys' choice. This would have been our burner section coming in from the other end if we had it hooked up. But as you can see, there's no gas line, so I'm not sure you're going to get too much gas out of it, too much heat out of it. Inside of here, we're going to have our compressor section. Inside of here, this is a 410A. Compressor's going to be right here with the condenser, fan. This is going to be our control section here. On this one, they've given you a point to be able to gauge up. Looks like the only way to change the compressors has to come right out, back out through the condenser fan section. So.
No, this is the elevator room. The greenhouse is up top. One up top.
There's 2 of these. Just 2.
Yeah, there's just 2 rooftops.
One up above has heat though, correct?
Yes, it does. And the one up above is belt driven as well.
So it's a bigger unit, probably
Yes.
a 5-ton or so.
I believe it's bigger than that.
Bigger than that.
7.5.
So in here, here's our control section.
You are hot, watch yourself.
So here's our control section in here. Looks like we have a couple relays. Are they actually,
That's the control sequence.
okay. So it looks like they ran them off of, so they're isolated. So if we have any problems here in the rooftop, it won't affect your control system. It'll just take out a relay. So it's the way they wired it up here. Of course, you have your diagnostic codes here. You can see one down here on this board. There's one actually up here on your input board for your thermostat. Should be in a schematic diagram here. So I'm not sure if this one gives us the codes on it.
220 for the
I do not see. So in your book, you're going to have your book to see what your codes are, what it's actually tripped on. But usually on these, 90% of your codes are associated with the heating section, not with the cooling section. So yeah, you can see your LED blinking right down in here. So this one did have a, it has a book. You might want to put this inside and let it dry a little bit. So well, we do have a book here to tell us everything. Any questions here of what we got here? Might be worth it to you guys if you have any other Yorks with about this same size, jerk the heating section out and preserve it so you have an extra heating section for something else. But do it while it's new before it rusts up and no good.
Who's the best distributor for York?
York is US Air.
USA.
Yep. Yep. I believe you can also get some of these over at Luxair is the same thing as York as well. They're the exact same unit. But I think that's HVAC Specialties, if I remember right. And it seems like Douglas Metals, I believe it is, they also sell a version of this as well. All the same, basically the same thing, just different name. Any other questions?
The unit does have an EMC fan motor. It is going to dynamically control the fan speed based on what the operation of the unit is. It's in a fan-only mode. It's going to drop to a minimum fan speed. As you start to stage up the cooling, it is going to speed the fan up. Those are selectable. You can't change those multipliers. You want to control them.